Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarah Black, and it is my distinct honor to serve as your Alberta Territorial Chief Minister. I stand before you today to discuss an issue that touches the lives of countless Albertans, an issue that speaks to the very heart of opportunity and future prosperity in our great territory. Today, our government is proud to announce a pivotal new initiative designed to dismantle a significant barrier preventing many of our talented citizens from fulfilling their potential: the lack of work experience. For too long, we have heard the stories of graduates, brimming with knowledge and ambition, facing the disheartening paradox of needing experience to get a job, but needing a job to gain that experience. We have also heard from Albertans who, through no fault of their own, are struggling to re-enter the workforce or transition into new fields, only to be met with the same impenetrable wall of prior experience required. This is not just an individual hardship, it is a collective challenge that stifles our economic growth, wastes our human capital, and undermines the very spirit of possibility that defines Alberta. Our government believes that every Albertan, regardless of their background or starting point, deserves a fair shot at a meaningful career. We believe that a diploma or a degree should be a gateway, not a roadblock. And we believe that the drive to contribute, to learn, and to grow is an asset, not a deficiency to be overlooked. That is why I am pleased to announce today the forthcoming Alberta Workforce Opportunities Initiative, a comprehensive program designed to bridge the gap between education and employment, and to provide the critical work experience that so many of our citizens desperately need. This initiative is specifically tailored to address two critical demographics within our workforce. First, it targets those Albertans who are struggling to find any job at all because they lack the foundational work history that employers frequently require, even for entry-level positions. These are individuals who possess the desire to work, the willingness to learn, and the inherent capability to become productive members of our society, but who are continuously overlooked due to a lack of a documented employment history. Our program aims to give them the crucial first step to build their resumes and to equip them with the confidence and practical skills necessary to thrive in any workplace. This initiative is specifically tailored to address two critical demographics within our workforce. First, it targets those Albertans who are struggling to find any job at all because they lack the foundational work history that employers frequently require, even for entry-level positions. These are individuals who possess the desire to work, the willingness to learn, and the inherent capability to become productive members of our society, but who are continuously overlooked due to a lack of a documented employment history. Our program aims to give them the crucial first step to build their resumes and to equip them with the confidence and practical skills necessary to thrive in any workplace. Secondly, and equally important, the Alberta Workforce Opportunities Initiative is for our bright, ambitious college and university graduates. These are individuals who have dedicated years and significant resources to acquiring specialized knowledge and skills in their chosen fields. They emerge from our excellent educational institutions ready to contribute to their respective industries, be it healthcare, technology, engineering, trades, or the creative arts. Yet, they often find themselves trapped in a frustrating cycle where potential employers demand several years of relevant industry experience for junior roles, effectively shutting the door on their career aspirations before they've even had a chance to begin. This program will serve as a vital transition mechanism, connecting these skilled graduates with real-world projects and mentorship within their intended career paths, transforming academic excellence into practical, job-ready experience. We understand that the current system is failing these Albertans, and by extension, it is failing our economy. When our brightest minds cannot find application for their skills, when motivated individuals cannot contribute their labor, we all suffer. Our businesses miss out on fresh perspectives and innovative ideas, and our communities lose out on the economic vibrancy that a fully employed and engaged population brings. The Alberta Workforce Opportunities Initiative is not merely about providing temporary placements, it is about cultivating a robust, skilled, and experienced talent pipeline that will drive Alberta's economy forward for decades to come. Our government is not just offering a program, we are building a pathway, a bridge to success, and a foundational change in how we support our emerging and transitioning workforce. I urge all Albertans, particularly those who have felt the sting of needing experience without a means to gain it, to follow the progress of this legislation and the budget announcement closely. Detailed information on how to apply, how businesses can participate, and the specific opportunities that will be available will be shared in the coming months, following the legislative and budgetary processes. The forthcoming budget will formally introduce the Alberta Futures Initiative, AFI, a comprehensive program engineered to create a dynamic and symbiotic relationship between Albertan job seekers and the emerging industries that will define our economic future. The persistent challenge of unemployment, particularly in regions undergoing economic transition, is not simply a number to be reduced. It represents untapped potential, deferred dreams, and a latent capacity for innovation that, if unlocked, can propel our entire province forward. The AFI is conceived as the key to that lock. Its inclusion in the budget underscores a profound understanding that a government's role is not only to manage finances, but to actively cultivate the conditions for widespread prosperity. By prioritizing this initiative, we are sending a clear message to every Albertan: your potential is our priority, and your success is integral to Alberta's success. The financial architecture of the AFI is meticulously designed to ensure efficacy, sustainability, and maximum impact. The allocation will be deployed across 3 critical pillars, each essential to the program's overall success. First, a substantial portion of the funding will be dedicated to building a robust administrative infrastructure. A program of this ambition and scale requires a foundation of excellence in its operation. This investment will establish a centralized, technologically advanced coordination hub staffed by career development specialists, industry liaisons, and data analysts. This hub will serve as the nerve center of the AFI, tasked with seamlessly matching candidate skills with employer needs, tracking outcomes with rigorous metrics, and providing continuous program evaluation to ensure every dollar is spent effectively. This is an investment in efficiency and accountability, ensuring that the initiative is not a short-term expenditure but a long-term, evolving institution dedicated to workforce development. The second and perhaps most impactful pillar is the provision of potential wage subsidies for participating employers. We recognize that for businesses, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, that form the backbone of our communities, taking on new employees entails inherent risk and upfront cost. To mitigate this barrier and incentivize participation, the AFI will offer conditional subsidies to employers who hire and train individuals through the program. This strategic partnership with the private sector is crucial. It does not simply create temporary positions, it incentivizes the creation of meaningful, sustainable employment. By sharing the initial investment in a new employee, we empower businesses to grow, take calculated risks on new talent, and integrate fresh perspectives into their operations. This is a classic example of a public-private partnership where government support catalyzes private sector growth, leading to a net positive gain for the entire provincial economy.
Our government budget allocation will ensure the provision of robust, wraparound support services for Albertan participants. Securing a position is only the first step on the path to long-term career resilience. The AFI is committed to supporting individuals throughout their journey. This funding will provide access to essential resources such as vocational training and upskilling programs to close specific skill gaps, mentorship opportunities that connect newcomers with experienced industry leaders, and counseling services to guide career planning and personal development. For individuals in transition, whether they are new graduates, workers displaced by shifting economic currents, or those seeking to re-enter the workforce, this support system is invaluable. It ensures that participants are not merely placed into jobs but are equipped with the tools, confidence, and skills to thrive within them, thereby reducing turnover and building lasting career pathways. The synergistic effect of these 3 pillars, efficient administration, employer incentives, and participant support, creates a powerful ecosystem for workforce development. For businesses, the process of participation is streamlined and de-risked, making it easier than ever to invest in new talent. For individuals, the path to meaningful employment is clear, supported, and geared toward long-term growth. This removes friction from the labor market and accelerates the connection between supply and demand for skills.
In the next coming weeks, our government will take a concrete step forward by tabling robust bill legislation to formally create the framework for these workforce opportunities. This legislation, which we intend to call the Alberta Pathways to Employment Act, will be the foundational pillar of this initiative. It will outline the structure of the program, define eligibility criteria for participants, establish mechanisms for partnering with businesses and industries across Alberta, and ensure the necessary oversight and accountability to guarantee its success. This bill is expected to be tabled in the middle of October 2025, just a month from now, initiating a vital process of parliamentary debate and public engagement. This legislation will pave the way for a program that offers structured, meaningful, and often paid work experience placements. We envision partnerships with a diverse range of Alberta businesses, from small local enterprises to large corporations across all sectors. These partnerships will be mutually beneficial. Albertans will gain invaluable skills, mentorship, and a vital entry on their resume, while participating businesses will gain access to a pool of enthusiastic and supported talent. We are committed to making these work experiences truly transformative, providing not just a placement, but a stepping stone towards long-term employment and career advancement. This includes a focus on mentorship, skill development workshops, and clear pathways to potential permanent employment. Furthermore, our government's unwavering commitment to this initiative will be solidified through financial backing. These workforce opportunities will be a significant addition to our government's fall budget, which is expected to be released this November 2025. This inclusion underscores the priority we place on addressing unemployment, fostering career development, and building a stronger, more resilient Alberta workforce. The financial allocation will support the administrative infrastructure of the program, provide potential wage subsidies for participating employers, and ensure robust support services for Albertan participants, making it easier for businesses to participate and for individuals to benefit. Our vision for Alberta is one where potential is never wasted, where hard work is always rewarded, and where every citizen has the chance to build a fulfilling and prosperous career. The Alberta Workforce Opportunities Initiative is a direct manifestation of that vision. It is an investment in our people, an investment in our economy, and an investment in the future of our province. Our government understands the frustration, the hope, and the determination that many of you feel. Our government wants to make it not just easier, but genuinely achievable for Albertans to secure a career that aligns with their skills and aspirations. Looking beyond the immediate metrics of job placements, the strategic foresight of the Alberta Futures Initiative cannot be overstated. Alberta stands on the cusp of a new economic era, characterized by advancements in technology, sustainable energy, and value-added processing. The workforce of tomorrow must be equipped with the skills to navigate this new landscape. The AFI is a proactive measure to future-proof our economy. By systematically identifying the skills needed in these growth sectors and actively building a talent pipeline to meet that demand, we are ensuring that Alberta remains competitive, innovative, and attractive to investment. We are not just filling today's jobs, we are cultivating the talent that will invent tomorrow's industries. The financial backing earmarked for the Alberta Futures Initiative in the November 2025 fall budget represents far more than a fiscal commitment. It is a profound statement of belief in the people of Alberta. It is an investment in dignity, in opportunity, and in shared prosperity. It is a recognition that a government's ultimate responsibility is to foster an environment where its citizens can pursue their ambitions and achieve their full potential. This initiative builds upon our legacy of resilience and ingenuity, providing the tools and support necessary for every Albertan to contribute to, and benefit from, a thriving and diversified economic future. This is how we build a stronger Alberta, not just from the ground up but from the people up. Our government partnership with the private sector is not merely crucial, it is foundational to our long-term economic strategy. We are acutely aware that short-term, temporary employment initiatives, while sometimes necessary, rarely yield lasting societal benefits. The AFI, by contrast, does not simply create temporary positions, it is meticulously designed to incentivize the creation of meaningful, sustainable employment. Our goal is to empower businesses to grow organically, to take calculated risks on new talent, and to actively integrate fresh perspectives and innovative skill sets into their operations. This approach recognizes that true economic growth stems from enduring commitments between employers and employees, nurtured by a supportive government framework. As your Territorial Chief Minister, leading our government, I am deeply committed to fostering an environment where this spirit can not only survive but truly flourish, propelling us towards an era of unprecedented growth and opportunity. Our government understands intrinsically that the economic landscape is in constant flux, presenting both challenges and opportunities. For businesses, particularly the small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, that form the vibrant backbone of our communities, growth is often intertwined with a fundamental yet often daunting decision: taking on new employees. We recognize that while the prospect of expanding a team brings the promise of increased capacity, innovation, and market reach, it also entails inherent risk and significant upfront costs. The investment in recruitment, onboarding, training, and the initial unproductive period while a new employee integrates can be a substantial barrier, especially for those SMEs operating on tight margins or navigating uncertain economic currents. This is a critical impediment to growth, and it is precisely why our government is taking decisive action. To strategically mitigate this barrier and powerfully incentivize participation, our government is proud to announce the introduction of a new, transformative initiative, the Alberta Future Initiative, AFI. Through the AFI, we will offer conditional subsidies to employers who hire and comprehensively train individuals through the program. This is not merely a stopgap measure, it is a meticulously designed policy instrument aimed at fostering sustainable growth within our private sector. The AFI is predicated on a shared understanding that empowering businesses to expand their workforce is a direct investment in the province's economic vitality. By strategically sharing the initial investment in a new employee, we are directly addressing the financial disincentives that have historically hindered businesses from taking that crucial step towards expansion. The broader implications of the AFI are profound and far-reaching. Firstly, it will significantly contribute to economic diversification. By lowering the barrier to entry for new hires, businesses in emerging sectors such as renewable energy, agri-food technology, digital media, and advanced manufacturing will find it easier to scale up and attract the specialized skills they need. This proactive support will help Alberta build a more resilient and multifaceted economy, less susceptible to fluctuations in any single sector. Our government's unwavering commitment to community resilience and individual opportunity. When businesses thrive, our communities thrive. Local economies are bolstered by increased employment, higher household incomes, and greater local spending. This is the end of my news conference. Thank you for your time and attention. I am confident that together we can build a stronger, more experienced, and more prosperous Alberta. I hope you enjoy your day.
Bonjour à tous. Je m'appelle Sarah Black et c'est un honneur pour moi d'être votre ministre en chef du territoire de l'Alberta. Je suis devant vous aujourd'hui pour discuter d'un enjeu qui touche la vie d'innombrables Albertains. Un enjeu qui touche au cœur même des possibilités et de la prospérité future de notre grand territoire. Aujourd'hui, notre gouvernement est fier d'annoncer une nouvelle initiative cruciale visant à éliminer un obstacle important qui empêche nombre de nos citoyens talentueux de réaliser leur potentiel. Le manque d'expérience professionnelle. Depuis trop longtemps, nous entendons les récits de diplômés, débordant de connaissances et d'ambition, confrontés au paradoxe décourageant d'avoir besoin d'expérience pour trouver un emploi, mais d'avoir besoin d'un emploi pour l'acquérir. Nous avons également entendu des Albertains qui, sans qu'ils en soient responsables, peinent à réintégrer le marché du travail ou à se réorienter vers de nouveaux domaines, pour finalement se retrouver confrontés au même mur impénétrable de l'expérience préalable requise. Il ne s'agit pas seulement d'une difficulté individuelle, mais d'un défi collectif qui freine la croissance économique, gaspille notre capital humain, et sape l'esprit même de possibilité qui définit l'Alberta. Notre gouvernement estime que chaque Albertain, quels que soient ses antécédents ou son point de départ, mérite une chance équitable de mener une carrière enrichissante. Nous croyons qu'un diplôme devrait être une porte d'entrée, et non un obstacle, et que la volonté de contribuer, d'apprendre et de progresser est un atout, et non une lacune à négliger. C'est pourquoi je suis heureux d'annoncer aujourd'hui le lancement prochain de l'initiative Alberta Workforce Opportunities, un programme complet conçu pour combler l'écart entre l'éducation et l'emploi, et pour offrir l'expérience de travail essentielle dont tant de nos citoyens ont désespérément besoin. Cette initiative est spécialement conçue pour répondre aux besoins démographiques critiques de notre main-d'œuvre. Premièrement, elle cible les Albertains qui peinent à trouver un emploi, quel qu'il soit, faute d'antécédents professionnels fondamentaux, souvent exigés par les employeurs, même pour les postes de débutants. Ces personnes ont le désir de travailler, la volonté d'apprendre, et la capacité inhérente de devenir des membres productifs de notre société, mais sont constamment négligées faute d'antécédents professionnels documentés. Notre programme vise à leur donner la première étape cruciale pour enrichir leurs chevaux et à leur donner la confiance et les compétences pratiques nécessaires pour réussir dans n'importe quel milieu de travail. Notre gouvernement ne se contente pas d'offrir un programme, nous construisons un parcours, un pont vers la réussite et un changement fondamental dans la façon dont nous soutenons notre main-d'œuvre émergente et en transition. J'invite tous les Albertains, en particulier ceux qui ont ressenti le besoin d'expérience sans avoir les moyens de l'acquérir, à suivre de près l'évolution de ce projet de loi et l'annonce du budget. Des renseignements détaillés sur la façon de présenter une demande, la participation des entreprises et les opportunités spécifiques qui seront offertes seront communiquées dans les prochains mois, à la suite des processus législatifs et budgétaires. Le prochain budget présentera officiellement l'initiative Alberta Future, AFI. Un programme complet conçu pour créer une relation dynamique et symbiotique entre les chercheurs d'emploi albertains et les industries émergentes qui façonneront notre avenir économique. Le défi persistant du chômage, en particulier dans les régions en transition économique, ne se résume pas à un simple chiffre à réduire. Il représente un potentiel inexploité, des rêves différés, et une capacité d'innovation latente qui, si elle est libérée, peut propulser toute notre province vers l'avant. L'AFI est conçue comme la clé de ce verrou. Son inclusion dans le budget souligne une compréhension profonde du fait que le rôle d'un gouvernement ne se limite pas à gérer les finances, mais qu'il doit activement cultiver les conditions d'une prospérité généralisée. En accordant la priorité à cette initiative, nous envoyons un message clair à tous les Albertains. Votre potentiel est notre priorité, et votre réussite est essentielle à celle de l'Alberta. L'architecture financière de l'AFI est méticuleusement conçue pour assurer l'efficacité, la durabilité et un impact maximal. L'allocation sera déployée autour de 3 piliers essentiels, chacun essentiel à la réussite globale du programme. Premièrement, une part importante du financement sera consacrée à la mise en place d'une infrastructure administrative robuste. Un programme d'une telle ambition et d'une telle envergure exige une base d'excellence dans son fonctionnement. Cet investissement permettra d'établir un centre de coordination centralisé, à la pointe de la technologie, composé de spécialistes du développement de carrière, experts en développement de l'industrie et d'analystes de données. Ce centre servira de centre névralgique de l'AFI, chargé de jumeler harmonieusement les compétences des candidats aux besoins des employeurs, de suivre les résultats à l'aide de mesures rigoureuses et d'assurer une évaluation continue du programme pour garantir que chaque dollar est dépensé efficacement. Il s'agit d'un investissement dans l'efficacité et la responsabilisation, garantissant que l'initiative ne soit pas une dépense à court terme, mais à long terme. Institution en pleine évolution dédiée au développement de la main-d'œuvre.
Dans les prochaines semaines, notre gouvernement fera un pas concret en déposant un projet de loi solide pour créer officiellement le cadre de ces opportunités liées à la main-d'œuvre. Cette législation, que nous avons l'intention d'appeler la loi Alberta sur les voies vers l'emploi, sera le pilier fondamental de cette initiative. Il présentera la structure du programme, définir les critères d'admissibilité pour les participants, établir des mécanismes de partenariat avec les entreprises et industries à travers l'Alberta et assurer la supervision et la responsabilité nécessaires pour garantir son succès. Ce projet de loi devrait être déposé à la mi-octobre 2025, dans seulement un mois, initiant un processus vital de débat parlementaire et d'engagement public. Cette législation ouvrira la voie à un programme qui offre un programme structuré et significatif et souvent des stages rémunérés. Nous envisageons des partenariats avec une grande diversité d'entreprises albertaines, allant des petites entreprises locales aux grandes entreprises de tous les secteurs. Ces partenariats seront mutuellement bénéfiques. Les Albertains acquerront des compétences inestimables, un mentorat et une entrée essentielle sur leur CV. Pendant ce temps, les entreprises participantes auront accès à un bassin de talents enthousiastes et soutenus. Nous nous engageons à rendre ces expériences de travail véritablement transformatrices, offrant non seulement un placement, mais plutôt une étape vers un emploi à long terme et une progression de carrière. Cela inclut un accent sur le mentorat, des ateliers de développement de compétences et des voies claires vers un emploi permanent potentiel. De plus, l'engagement indéfectible de notre gouvernement envers cette initiative sera renforcé par un soutien financier. Ces opportunités de main-d'œuvre seront un ajout important au budget d'automne de notre gouvernement, qui devrait sortir en novembre 2025. Cette inclusion souligne la priorité que nous accordons à la lutte contre le chômage, à la promotion du développement de carrière et bâtir un plus fort, une main-d'œuvre albertaine plus résiliente. L'allocation financière soutiendra l'infrastructure administrative du programme, fournir des subventions salariales potentielles aux employeurs participants et assurer des services de soutien solides pour les participants albertains, ce qui facilite la participation des entreprises et que les particuliers en profitent. Notre vision pour l'Alberta est une vision où le potentiel n'est jamais gaspillé, où le travail acharné est toujours récompensé et où chaque citoyen a la chance de bâtir une carrière épanouissante et prospère. L'initiative pour les opportunités de la main-d'œuvre de l'Alberta est une manifestation directe de cette vision. C'est un investissement dans notre peuple, un investissement dans notre économie et un investissement dans l'avenir de notre province. Notre gouvernement comprend la frustration, l'espoir et la détermination que beaucoup d'entre vous ressentent. Notre gouvernement veut rendre ça plus facile non seulement, mais réellement réalisable pour les Albertains afin d'assurer une carrière qui correspond à leurs compétences et aspirations. Au-delà des indicateurs immédiats des placements professionnels, la vision stratégique de l'initiative Alberta Futures reste incontestable. L'Alberta se trouve à l'aube d'une nouvelle ère économique, caractérisée par des avancées technologiques, une énergie durable et une transformation à valeur ajoutée. La main-d'œuvre de demain doit posséder les compétences nécessaires pour ce nouveau paysage. L'AFI anticipe l'avenir de notre économie en se projetant avec ambition et vision. En ciblant les compétences clés des secteurs porteurs et en formant activement les talents pour y répondre, Alberta reste compétitive, innovante et attractive pour les investissements. Nous ne nous contentons pas de pourvoir les emplois d'aujourd'hui, nous cultivons les talents qui inventeront les industries de demain. Le soutien financier réservé à l'initiative Alberta Futures dans le budget d'automne de novembre 2025 représente bien plus qu'un engagement fiscal. C'est une profonde confiance en les Albertains. Un investissement dans la dignité, dans nos